Welcome back. So let's quickly talk about the Facebook ads campaign structure. Let's quickly talk about that one. Now we have three levels of campaign structure, like I told you earlier. Is operate on three clear levels. I will still show you. We have the campaign level, we have the ad set level, we have the ad level. So the campaign level is where you define the overall advertising of your ads. While the ad set level, this is where you target your this is where you target your locations, your placements, where is where you schedule, and this is where you budget. And where the ad level is where you input your videos, your creatives, your hard copy. This is where you put everything. Now, the campaign level, setting your objective. The campaign level is where you define the primary goal of your advertising effort, and this is also where you name the name of your ad. Hope you get. So the campaign level is where you define the primary goal of your advertising effort. This is where you define that. So Facebook offers specific objective that aligns with your business goal, from brand awareness to conversions. So choose an objective that matches your business goal. This is where you choose objective that matches your business goal. This is where you set your objective. Is it awareness you want to run? Are you running traffic? Is it engagement? Is it leads? Is it sales? So the objective determines the optimization and delivery of your ads. So you cannot change the objective once the campaign is created. Remember that. Maybe it's sales objective you want to run. You now want to go and select engagement. You now say, now said, I made mistake. I want to change that sales objective to engagement. It is not possible. You can't change it again. You have to go and start afresh from the start, from scratch again. Hope you understand. So all assets and ads within the campaign must serve this single objective. Hope you get. So the ad sets, so which means the campaign objective you select, if it is traffic you select. So all the ad sets and ads will be under that traffic only. Hope you get. So let's move on. So this is where we have the ad set level. So the ad set level is where you define who see your ad, where they see them, and how much you spend. This is a strategic layer of your campaign. Remember that the asset level is who see your ad, where they see them, where do you want them to see your ads, and how much do you want to spend for these people to see them. So this is where you define your audience targeting. This is where you choose your placement. Where do you want your ads to be seen? Is it on Facebook you want to run ads to? Is it Instagram? Is it Messenger? So this way you schedule your ad. Do you want your ads to start today? Do you want it to start the next morning? So on this way you put the budget. Do you want to be putting lifetime budgeting? Do you want to be putting daily budgeting? So let's go on. So the ad level, the creative content, the ad level is where your audience sees your actual advertisement. This is the creative layer that communicates your message and drives action. You see, the ad level is the only place that ad creative, that ad video, ad copy is the only thing your audience will be seeing. You see, all the ad set level, the one that will be setting it. Hope you get. So the ad format you can use image, you can use video, you can use a carousel. Carousel is not like a picture slide. So you can use collection of pictures or slideshow to present your offer. So you put the hard copy. Remember, it's not when you now start setting ads, you now put your hard copy, you now start getting your hard copy. Everything must be ready before you run your ads at all. So you must have a compelling primary text, a clear headline, and a descriptive body. So the CTA, which is a call to action, the CTA button that explicitly prompts users to take the next step. The CTA means you can use something like buy. What do you want the user to use at the end of your ad? Do you want them to buy now? Do you want them to join? Do you want them to learn more? That's what call to action is. Why the visual asset is you must use a high quality images, videos, and creative design elements. Now let's go to the campaign naming system. A consistent naming system keeps your campaigns organized and makes reporting easier. A well-structured naming convention allows you to quickly identify campaign details without opening each one, which means you must name your campaign. You must name your campaign. After you finish selecting your objective, the next thing is to name your campaign. So if you want to name your campaign, this is the format you should use. You use the date, the objective, the audience, placement, and date. Shey you get? You can use 2026, July 23, sales, which your campaign objective, sales, which audience are you targeting, cold audience, Facebook, Instagram, or you can use the name of your product to name it. So include key details, which is campaign start date, objective, target audience type, and placement, so that you can know when your campaign started. Let's go on. So the CBO is campaign budget optimization. The CBO allows Facebook to automatically distribute your budget across ad sets within a campaign to maximize overall results. CBO means if you are running ads and you want Facebook to be the one to be distributing your ad, to be distributing your money among the ad sets, among the ads you select. This is where some campaign objective means. You have to set one budget at the campaign level instead of individual ad sets. Facebook algorithm distribute budget to the best performing ads, which means if you are running two campaign, you have ad set one, and ad set two. So what Facebook will do was with that, if you are using 4,000 naira per day, so what Facebook will do is that if Facebook discover that ad set two is getting more engagement, so Facebook will now put out of that 4,000 naira, you can be seeing like 3,000 naira for asset two, while asset one will be struggling with 1,000 naira. That's what campaign objective does for you. So it is ideal when you want the algorithm to decide where to spend. So works best when assets have similar audiences and objectives. You can set minimum and maximum spend limit per ad set. So I won't advise you to be using campaign objective because it can affect your creatives. Let's move on to the ad set optimization, which is the ABO. So ABO gives you manual control over how much each asset receives, allowing you to allocate specific amount to specific audiences. So this is where you set your own budget by yourself, so you have the total control of it. So campaign objective will be the one that Facebook will be the one controlling your ad, controlling your money there. Why this one you'll be the one controlling how much you spend. So you understand. So you can set individual budget for each ad set. You can set 3,000 naira per day, and at the end of the day you'll be using 4,500 naira. Yes. So you control exactly how much each audience segment receives. This is best when you want predictable spending over audience. It is ideal for testing different audiences with controlled speed. So it gives you full control but requires manual monitoring. So now the budget allocation strategy. We have the smart budget allocation. The smart budget allocation is critical for maximizing your ad spend, ad performance, and return on investment. Your allocation reflects your campaign goals and testing priorities, which means you use the 7-20-10 rule. The 70% to proving campaigns, 20% for testing, and 10% to experiments. Which means if you are just starting and you have, let's say you have like 100k, you have 100k for starting. So instead of you pushing 50,000 naira to that ad, no, use 20% of that 100k to test what is working first. You test different ad creative, different assets. You now use 10% for experiments. So that's where you will know, okay, this is where you know what is working and what is not working. So that you won't lose money at the end of the day. So now when you see what is working, now reinforce the remaining 70% on that working ad. So this is how you allocate your budget. This is how you get the amount of money you'll be using. So you start with a smaller budget to test, then scale winners. Remember, start with a very small budget, smaller budget. So always allocate more budget to audience with higher conversion potential. Monitor cost per result and adjust allocation weekly. Consider seasonal trends and audience behavior pattern. Now, campaign types overview. Facebook cover multiple campaign types, each designed for a specific business objective. Choosing the right type is the first step towards campaign success. Like I think we talked about this one again before, but let's keep talking about it so that you understand it more. So awareness is for building brand recognition. You want people to know more about your brand and reach new audience. You want to reach more people. That's what awareness is for. Why traffic is if you want to drive visitors to your website or landing pages. You want people to join your website, to know more about your website. And you want them to view your landing page. That's what traffic. Engagement is if you want to increase like, comment, shares, and event responses. While lead is you want to collect their information. You want to collect the business, people you follow up later on. Hope you get. I know you will ask me that, coach, which of this brings the most sale? I told you sales is sales. Hope you get. Anything sales is you want people to buy directly. That is the one that brings in more sale. But if you are focusing on sale, you are fighting along with the three. We are fighting 3% of the population. That's the population of people that make purchases statistically. So you don't need to do that. That's why I say you should go for either leads or awareness, or you drive traffic. But you see that sales, only 3% of people buy. So it won't pay you. But if you want people that will make, if you see the campaign of, Temu, when Temu was starting, Temu didn't start with sales campaign. They started with traffic and awareness. And they used a whole, I think Temu have, I think $90 billion budget for their allocation. If you see Coca-Cola ads too, Coca-Cola does not run sales campaign. They run awareness for you to be aware of their products. That's what Coca-Cola do for you. So you too run this ad, test it so that people can be more aware of you. Hope you know. So sales is for driving purchases and catalog sales directly on your platform. While app promotion increase app installs and encourage in-app actions. So the summary is mastering the Facebook ads campaign structure give you the information to build, test, and scale profitable advertising campaigns. Understand the hierarchy that you start with the campaign level, the ad sell level before the ad. Set clear objective. Define goals at the campaign level. Use a consistent naming system. This improves organization and reporting. Allocate budget strategically. Apply the 70 for proving ads, 20% for testing, and 10% for experiments. So choose your optimization. You select either CBO or ad set budget optimization. So you have to select the right type, match campaign type to your business goal. So thank you and God bless you. I remain Abib Digital Institute. See you in the next training.